Hi, it's Vibe. Gonna get a message out for you. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. Spirit guides most high. Let's see what we need to know. Can I get an overall card, please? Just using a regular rider weight deck. Let's see what comes out. Oh, let me cover up the people. Lovers in reverse is the overall card. So someone is either not in a love situation or they are out of alignment. What's the bottom of the deck? The Magician in reverse. So this may have to do with manipulation. Underneath the Magician in reverse is the King of Cups. So you could be with this person, this water sign perhaps, who is manipulating, or maybe you're being manipulated. Spirit guides, please clarify the Lovers in reverse, please. Okay, we got two cards coming out. I'm flipping them over and seeing them first because there's a nakedness situation with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, we have the Two of Cups and the Pentacles in reverse. There's no new beginning for this partnership, relationship. Since the overall card is the Lovers, it might be something romantic. What's on the bottom of the deck? There is a High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. This is either someone who is spiritual, high vibrational, or it could do with the spiritual realm. Oh, that's unfortunate. The High Priestess, the bottom of the deck, underneath it is the Fool. This person being a High Priestess may not be on somebody's path. So someone may have upgraded and moved out, moved on. And that might be why this isn't working. Spirit guides, please clarify the Lovers in reverse. See what other top cards come out here. Oh, we got three. And one is naturally crossing. So we'll just go with the one that's free. Judgment. There has been a judgment here. And the other two that are crossing. Ooh. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor. So when flipped over, somebody is moving on. That's an issue for an Emperor. This could be an Aries. This could be a father figure. This could be someone who wanted to be a tyrant. Someone, bottom of the deck, was Seven of Swords, deceptive. Six of Cups in the past. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They wanted something one-sided, or they didn't want you to get your blessings. And now things are being balanced out. That was real clear. And I'm hearing right now, I can't get no satisfaction. Who knows what that's about? But I'm going to go ahead and go in on this first theme for the Lovers in reverse, which is the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There is no new beginning with this particular partnership. It appears here. Spirit guides most high, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Cups. For the readings I've been doing recently that I have not recorded, I've gotten a lot of justice coming out. People think people have benefited from one-sided relationships, and they feel like it's unjust that their victims escaped, which is like hilarious to me. Card fell out. It's the Hangman in reverse. Somebody's free of this. What's on the bottom of the deck? And they're moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles doesn't move fast, but they do move energetically, they do move materially, and they do get there eventually. Let's see what's underneath that. They're headed towards the sun. They're headed towards the light. It looks like with the Page of Cups Page of Pentacles underneath it, they are moving towards new energy. It's like somebody leveled up. Oh my gosh. And underneath this Page of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody could be moving towards transformative energy and or wealth. But they have come out of the darkness. They have changed their mind. They have decided, no, I'm not going to keep bringing energy to this situation, which could be another interpretation of the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Cups. I'm not giving my energy to this no more. So, Spirit Guides Most High, please clarify the Two of Cups and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Something came over and flipped out twice, or flipped over twice when it came out. And it is the Seven of Swords. Excuse me. This could be because of deception. And somebody's deception with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck is not letting them move on to calmer waters. Perhaps about a Queen of Cups in reverse. Woman, person, somebody in their feminine water energy who they betrayed. And now they feel meh about it. They can't even get their other blessings. See, they done folded their arms up. They miffed now. Miffed. Spirit guides. Oh, I'm not. Ooh, I could go in and clarify, couldn't I? Should I? Is this not clear enough? No, I think it's pretty clear. I think we're going to move forward. No, I'm going to ask what this deception was. Spirit guides, what is the Seven of Swords? What is the Seven of Swords? What is this deception? Because if you woke up and you moved on, then you already know what the awakening was. But what is the Seven of Swords? What was the deception here? Oh. Okay. Somebody wasn't communicating that they didn't really want to move forward. That'll do it. With the Page of Swords in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse. Somebody didn't want this to go any forward, any further, or they didn't want you to go any further. See what the bottom of the deck is. A Queen of Pentacles, perhaps. You may have been taking care of everything. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody. This is absolutely an earth sign. When I think of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this could have been someone who was materialistic, moving in their feminine, moving in their receiving. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man or a woman, but we got a couple of things here. Fire and earth. Queen of Wands in reverse and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be someone's sun and moon sign. But this must be from someone's perspective, because I'm not getting the negative qualities that these two would normally have, like being materialistic or like being vain or being witchy or whatnot. It looks like they may be in this position simply because they Four of Swords put something to rest. Ha! With the King of Pentacles. That's bottom of the deck, though. Yeah. Don't be surprised if somebody sees you negatively because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. Whether you did anything actually negative or not. It's all about perspective. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Judgment. This could be a spiritual ruling. This could be somebody making a choice. The point of the matter is this is a major arcana, just like the Lovers in reverse, just like the Hangman in reverse. As a matter of fact, let's do the Hangman in reverse. What was the realization? What was the point of view change that someone had in regards to someone no longer putting energy into this relationship? The Hangman in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the challenge position. Somebody realized this wasn't going forward, or that it was going to be a challenge going forward, because Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody wasn't putting any energy into it. They weren't planting seeds. They weren't really trying to do anything for the future. And they weren't initiating anything with the Page of Wands in reverse. They didn't show in their energy. They didn't show in their actions. They didn't put their money where their mouth was. It was a waiting game. And it be like that sometimes. But moving on to Judgment, as I just showed, which is the next column underneath the Lovers in reverse. So the Judgment on this Lovers in reverse situation. Please clarify. Judgment, please. And I say from a place of knowing. Bottom of the deck is Six of Cups. Came out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, like I said, naked people, this is the devil. It did come out in the upright. But the Ace of Swords also came out in the upright. I'm covering the naked people at the bottom. Somebody got clarity about this obsession, possession, control. Somebody wanted to keep you bound to them. They wanted to keep something together. This was not a lover's situation. Somebody wanted to have someone bound to them, be in control of someone in the past, and somebody got clarity about that. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Now, it does say Six of Cups in the past. Let's see what's behind that. The Tower. Somebody's realization about what this actually was brought a Tower to this situation. A Ten of Pentacles situation. This could have otherwise been successful had somebody, Ace of Pentacles, put energy into it, and they did not. Spirit guides, please clarify Judgment. This has been coming out so strong recently. Two more cards have come out. Let's see what they are. Somebody finds this to be injustice on their path. I don't know if it would be the person who actually was being used, because that's what we're going to say here, was being used, or the person who feels like they can no longer use this person anymore, which is ugly. But it is what it is, because we are living in reality and those things happen in reality. Let's check out the bottom of the deck. With the Justice in reverse and the Fool, both of which are major arcana. Somebody is thinking thoughts about this. Oh. Somebody is thinking thoughts about this because Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Chariot in reverse going forward. Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this. Okay. We're going to do this. This is funny. Okay, so somebody feels like they really experienced injustice, right? Because the Judgment on this Lovers in reverse situation is obsession, possession, control. Somebody finally was like, oh, nugget of truth. I'll take that, digest it, move on. Yep. So they're thinking these thoughts. Somebody is thinking these thoughts, right? About how unjust it is that their prey escaped. They thinking thoughts, right? Darn. They really feel regretful with the Five of Cups. How could I have left the cage open? I mean, yeah. But now they're on the bottom of the wheel, which fortune is against them. Chariot in reverse. They're not moving forward. These are major arcana cards. These are big energy. This is getting kicked in the chest for all intents and purposes. You stand where you at. You're going to try and stack your pennies, and your pennies is falling over. And do you see it? No. With the Eight of Swords in reverse. You don't even know how it happened. Is that... I'm not going to laugh. But that's hilarious. Because people dog people, and then they're like, I didn't know I had bad luck. You should know why you have bad luck. Because that's the energy you've been passing out to everyone around you. You're not lovingly intolerable. You're intolerable, and loving people are putting up with you. Or not so loving people, and you benefit them in some way, which is also a cold hard truth of being around people who don't necessarily like you, but they could like what you do. There are levels to usury. People, there's levels to usury. Okay. Now the other thing is the Emperor is being crossed by the Knight of Wands. So there is some sort of obstacle for this Emperor, this Aries, this father figure, this potential tyrant as far as moving forward. But I think we saw why it's difficult moving forward. It's coming across like somebody really had like one of those birth chart relationships, and they don't all have to be romantic, but you know when you meet somebody and they sort of change your life, like if you have a great teacher or you have a mentor, or you get with somebody and they really love you and they teach you to love yourself, like that kind of level of what we're talking about. It looks like somebody was like, oh, you like me and you're gonna care for me? I'm gonna make sure you regret that the whole rest of your life. Or you like me, you can see me, and you're gonna build me up. Well, that means you're trash. It just means you're trash. Like that's how somebody played this situation, which makes me giggle. Because I think we've all had something like that happen where you're like, yeah, I'm really gonna do for you. And they're like, yeah, and I'm really gonna not openly not appreciate it so that you know that's what you get for being nice to me. Spirit guys, please clarify the Emperor and the Knight of Wands, please, as they appear here. Full accountability, though. If you find yourself in that position, after you know that you're in that position, you got to think about why you're in that position still. Okay, so we have... Oh, we got 3. The Star. How do I cover this? The Star, the 3 of Cups, and the World, all in reverse. Okay, so there's a cycle of basically sadness. I'm going to give it to you like this. 3 of Cups is like all the fun things that you would do when you gather with people that you really enjoy. Birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, future joy, right? Where you get together with people. And the Star would be like wishes granted and dang, the World. Wishes granted, happiness, joy, healing. No, all of these are in reverse. Someone's not getting their wish to be in this happy situation anymore. Someone is not healing. People are not crowding around them for celebration. And with the World being what it is, that's not coming to a close. This storyline is open. You're unhappy, and whoever's unhappy is continuing to be unhappy. That's just what it is. That's what it's looking like right now. That's the obstacle for the Emperor, who's really trying to move forward with the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. Somebody walked away. Whoever this was in the red, clean left the scene. It was the High Priestess. Whatever high vibrational person, whatever person leveled up, has left the scene. Oh gosh. And I'm just going to slide this over so you can see it, because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess has 8 of Cups left the scene. And took her cup with them. The only thing that's left is illusions of stability. 4 of Wands, or maybe what happened in a home. Death in reverse. And there's not going to be a change to it. There's not going to be a change to somebody feeling wounded about this. We still got one more clarification to go before, got one more clarification to go before I attempt to go into any of these last four. Spirit guides, please clarify the Emperor and the Knight of Wands as they appear here. I just heard you're going to get rich off of this misery you experienced. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. So what fell out was the Two of Wands in the obstacle position, and it fell right on the Three of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, the World in reverse. These are delays. Somebody didn't make a choice, or whatever choice they made caused them some serious delays. And they're spending a lot of time attempting to be defensive about this or defend against this. And 2 and 7, 9, they're wounded. Yup. They're weak. And it's exposed. People can see that they're weak, that this hasn't come about. And it's because of Ace of Cups in reverse, selfishness. Or maybe they need inner love and they were not experiencing that. Okay, I'm going to go back to Judgment on this Lovers in Reverse situation. Like I mentioned before, and I'm covering up the naked people. Devil and the Ace of Swords. Somebody got wise to what was going on. That seems like a central issue. This center column tends to be a central issue. Please clarify the Devil and the Ace of Swords, please. Devil being a major arcana, obsession, possession, and control. We got a King of Swords. And it came out in the challenge position. This is a challenge for an air sign. Possibly masculine, doesn't have to be. Could be someone acting in their masculine. That's the biggest challenge for them, is this judgment. They're not going to get any of this back because somebody sees this clearly. And because they see it clearly, it's a no-go. Bottom of the deck, Hierophant, backed by, I want to say Most High God. Yeah. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. This can be a religious deity, given the overall theme with the Lovers, with the angel at the top. I'm not going to show it because of the naked people. Judgment, I'm under the impression that this is some sort of spiritual deity kind of situation, who also sees this offer that's being brought as manipulation. The offer being the Knight of Cups, the manipulation being the Magician in reverse. And what's underneath all of that? A sad-looking King of Cups. A sad-looking King of Cups. And a king, with the Nine of Swords behind it. So yeah, this could be a water sign. This could be an air sign. This could just be someone's emotions. This could be the King of Swords emotions. That I just heard King of Sorrow by Sade. I'm crying everyone's tears. That's funny. I can't catch all the words, but I'm hearing it play. Melody and all. Yeah, somebody is in there. Somebody's in their feels. Like deep in their feels. They're like, I never knew that all this injustice wouldn't pay off for me. It's so funny to me because it is injustice. Underneath the judgment as well, the Fool and Justice in reverse, somebody thought that they could do the most and still win. Spirit guides, please clarify justice in reverse and the Fool, please. King of sorrow. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is 9 of Pentacles. Let's see what fell out, though. Okay. The way I'm going to describe this is the Hermit came out in the obstacle position. The 8 of Swords came out in the challenge position. So looking at it, somebody needed to go on an inner journey. Like, look at this. Somebody needed to go on an inner journey. Somebody needed to be guided out of darkness, so to speak. See how they have that star right there in a cage? That's what they needed. They needed a high vibrational person to lead them out of whatever behavioral patterns, whatever experiences they were having, whatever darkness they had in their mind. They needed this experience to go on a more positive trajectory. Even if it didn't work out ultimately, they needed this experience to go on a more positive trajectory. Like, they needed to engage goodness with goodness in order to push forward. However, they didn't see that. They didn't see it. Seeing it was a challenge. It's giving someone who messed around until the clock ran out. They hung outside with their friends until breakfast was over and now they can't eat. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, as I mentioned, 9 of Pentacles. Underneath that, 4 of Cups. Somebody had a high vibrational person in their midst. Somebody had a high vibrational person in their midst, and they gave the, and not only did they not want to drink from the cup that this person repeatedly tried to hand them, right? Now they want to hold on to their energy with the 4 of Cups. I know you still like me, though. After they have hardcore betrayed someone. And tried to hurt their feelings. Moving on, though. Because even if this happened to you, this is not like a random occurrence. This is something that happens with people. Sometimes people do it early in age. Some people do it late in age. Everyone has taken someone for granted to some degree. Normally, though, it's not a life-changing degree, I want to say. Somebody had the opportunity to get on the boat and just messed around on shore until the boat was just a tiny, almost indistinguishable from the horizon point. And now they're going, wait, I wanted to go with you. That's how that went. It's how it's going. And what people don't realize is when you don't go on the trip, you still have to deal with the people that you're on the shore with. So be happy those are the people you want. Hopefully those are the people you want to stay around. But I'm going to move over to the Emperor and the cross by the Knight of Wands. And underneath that is the World in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. Like I said, someone's unhappy. This is ongoing. Spirit guides Most High, please clarify the World in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the 3 of Cups in reverse, please. Ooh, came right out. Once again, 2 of Swords. Somebody didn't know what to do. They didn't know what way to go. They just kept doing the wrong thing. Conflict. That's a shame. I want to say that's conflict out of confusion. 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck as well. They just fought until they were unhappy. Sometimes people are used to being in a certain mind state or a certain emotional state. And when you try and take them up out of that, or even if you don't try, if you are the catalyst for someone who is normally unhappy to be more happy, they might fight that with every ounce of their being. And I know what you're thinking, vibe. Why would anyone fight happiness? Like, doesn't everyone want to be happy? Happiness looks different to different people. Some people are happy being miserable. Some people are happy with obstacles and different things because it gives them excuses for not dealing with other things that could upset their apple cart even more. Let's say. I'm going to phrase it like this. Some people, because this is sort of how it came to me, but I don't want to be as offensive as I would be to say it in the way that it came to me, so we're going to work it out. Let's say someone is pretending to be a duck because they get the benefits of being a duck. They get to hang out with other ducks. They get to quack. They're on the pond, swimming around, all duck-like, right? But say they're not a duck. They're actually a squirrel. Squirrels aren't ducks. They have to appear to be a duck. They have to learn to quack. They are continuously out of place. They may not even like getting wet. They feel to get by, they need to be a duck. There are places and spaces for squirrels, but they don't want to be a squirrel. Being a squirrel means climbing trees and maybe taking large jumps from location to location. They're not ready for that. There's instant gratification in being a duck. So even though they are a squirrel, they're not going to be a squirrel. And they're not going to attempt to display any squirrel-like characteristics for as long as they absolutely can. And when they're around you, they feel like a squirrel. But when they go out into the world, they gotta be a duck. And so they resent the feelings of being a squirrel, which they actually are. Plus, they're not going to get any external validation for being a squirrel from the ducks. That's a weird analogy. I know I took it all the way around. I hope that it benefits someone. Yeah, because, yeah. Anyway, let's do this last clarification, which is the Two of Wands and the obstacle position. So this is the choices someone made. There are delays for this situation, that kind of thing. Spirit guides, please clarify the Two of Wands as it appears here, please. Five of Pentacles. Somebody is out in the cold. It landed right on the Two of Swords. They don't even see that they're out in the cold. And look at this picture. They're out in the cold. What's the bottom of the deck? Because of the past. The Six of Cups. They have delays in their actions or in the things coming in for them. They're out in the cold, fiscally and energetically. Six of Cups because of the past. Under that is a Tower. So there was a real past situation that put somebody in this position. And it was a Tower to their 10 of Cups. Or 10 of Pentacles. And I've heard people refer to this as the family card. I don't know if it is the family card, but it is material wealth. And it's because of the energy that they put in. Oh, this is sad, y'all. I mean, I'm not one to cry for the big bad wolf or anything. So you're not going to get any tears or anything out of me. But trust, the person who missed the boat on this is really learning what the consequences of their decisions are. It's giving last solid chance. And that's actually really heavy. I'm going to do one more for this central theme. Because I feel like someone wants to cry. They can't even see how to move forward or think about what has to happen. They're out of their depth. But I'm going to try to stay in this energy but a moment longer to once again clarify the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords as they appear here. I just heard estrangement. Bottom of the deck is Three of Pentacles. This would be collaboration. Somebody mentally can't put to rest working with someone. Or if you even look here, mentorship, something like that. Somebody was showing the way and they realized they didn't follow it. Six of Wands underneath the Three of Pentacles. It's a loss. Man. I feel that deep, sullen energy of somebody who's stuck. Somebody who did it to themselves. I hope other readings are lighter than this one. Once again, I'm Vibe. This was the message.